recently are Everton, who just signed James, who's got Decore and Allen right there in the midfield. And I watched the last two games, man, and they look pretty good. They did a great job against Tottenham, and they won today 5-2 against West Brom. And so I could kind of see James kind of pulling that team together, kind of being the orchestrator there. And so I think they're going to have a good season. And another team, although Tottenham lost their first game against Everton, I think they could be a great team now, too. Now that they've added Gareth Bale, they've added Reunion, the left back from Madrid. And I'm like, okay, like I can kind of see this team with a fit Harry Kane. They could do well, too, man. Which team do you think would have a better season, Everton or Spurs?
So I've supported Everton for a little bit because I tried to model my play as an outside back after Seamus Coleman because I remember the one season where he had, I think it was 2015, where he had like 9 goals, and like I remember watching one game and he hit a banger from like outside of the box with like a little bit of like the outside of his right foot that went like top bins, and I remember being like, yeah, okay, I want to do that. Like I want to be an outside back that's doing that, like bombing forward. And then, of course, the two U.S. GOATs, Tim Howard, Landon Donovan, playing on Everton. Like, so I think Everton will have a better season than Tottenham just because even though Gareth Bale is a great signing, like, when was the last time anybody has seen Gareth Bale play since that bicycle kick in the Champions League final? Like, I can't remember. Like, maybe he played in like the Copa del Rey against like a second Spanish side or something when Zidane didn't care who went out there. But
the season after Ronaldo left, he did good, but then like he didn't stay consistent, and he got injured again, and so and then Zidane came back, and it was just all downhill from there.
Man's fell apart.
Yeah. Okay.
So Everton, and then Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the big forward. I love forwards like that like pretty much like a bigger Chicharito, just like a poacher, like plays on the last center back, is always there for tap-ins, headers, occupies both the center backs. I like forwards like that.
Okay, they're a nightmare, bro. Nice, especially when they're like big and strong. Like
they can just post you up, and then they receive the ball. everyone can chill, move around him, build off him. I like that.
Yeah. You know what? I think that one of those two teams is gonna make top 4. It's really hard to decide. If you asked me really quickly, I would tell you Spurs, just because they have Mourinho, and Mourinho, even though he's on a decline as a coach, I think he still understands how to get the best out of his players. Right?
Yeah.
Like the season they finished second behind Man City with a very trashy defense. I'm like, man, like looking back, I'm like, I can see why he said that was such a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
Because they had a horrible defense. And I was like, I think one thing watching that Everton-Tottenham game that I noticed is like, man, that midfield lacks creativity, right? And like, up until the last two signings they had, I felt like they signed very average players.
Yeah.
You know, but now I'm like, okay, like a Gareth Bale in your team can do what James is doing at Everton. He's increasing the level of everybody because, okay, now you got somebody that can ping the ball to you. Now you got somebody with vision. Like, you know, I forget their other midfielder's name. Andre Gomez, who used to play for Barca.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good.
He's like, okay, like now I got somebody that I feel like is up to my level.